Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. I'm gonna get straight to the point. So, if you watch all my videos, you would have seen this 280 Ackley Improved in a video, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. And we were using, the only factory ammo I could find at the time was this 280 Ackley Improved 140 grain ballistic tip nozzler. And I sent down range a good box and a half. Out of all the groups, it averaged out about 1.5 inch group overall at 100 yards. Not too happy with it. We did get one group under 1 inch, but this is a really nice Weatherby Model 307. I also have a Model 307 and 257 Weatherby mag, and it does fantastic. So we're on the hunt to find ammo that this thing will like. Well, then I decided I'm just gonna hand load for it. The factory stuff's so expensive for this. It'd be a shame for me to just buy, you know, $1,000 worth of factory ammo and none of it work when we have the dies and stuff to load hand loads already. So then I was looking through the stockpile and said, man, what should our video for today be? And I was like, you know what? I have some 280 Remington factory core locked ammo that I could send down range out of the 280 Ackley Improved, fire form it, and then I'll have even more brass for us to hand load. And I actually have 2 boxes of it. I can't remember when or where I got this, but I picked it up a while back. I'll probably just send 1 box down range, and then I'll have some 280 ammo for when if I ever get a 280. We'll put it in the way back in the safe, but that's what we're gonna do today. Just to show you, I didn't realize that the case was so drastic between the 280 and the 280 Ackley Improved. So let me show you up close quick. So just look at the shoulders. So the one on the right is an unfired 280. Look at the angle of the shoulders there. You can see the 280 Ackley Improved that's already fired, a much sharper shoulder. That's a 40-degree shoulder as compared to a 17.5-degree shoulder. And you can see, because of that, the Ackley Improved has less taper, so you can get more powder in there. But let me go back to my notes real quick. I didn't realize that the angle was so drastic on that. Like I said, I didn't realize the angle of the shoulder was so drastic. I'm coming back to my notes here. So yeah, shoulder angle on the 280 is a 17.5 degree, which is the same as the 30-06 fun tip. Compared to the 40-degree sharp angle. So the 280 Ackley Improved, you get more case capacity. And my notes here say we should be able to get 4 to 5 more grains of powder in the Ackley Improved. So, yeah. Anyways, wouldn't that be funny if we get some really good groups at 100 yards with the 280 Remington out of my 280 Ackley Improved? I've seen stranger things. Let's do it. I'll get the brass. We'll see what happens, and then we'll wrap up the video. Let me go set up the target downrange. Got the target camera rolling. Get my bench straightened up here. I'll take my time, focus on my trigger squeeze, and see what happens. Have you ever tried this before? Let me know. But I wouldn't expect the point of impact to change much, but see what happens. I got an Arkin EP5 on top of here. It's one of my favorite budget-friendly optics. Arkin EP5. Here we go. All the zoomies on this is 25. Point of impact, not far off. Ballpark of where we were hitting. Now let's take a look at this. Fire formed it. So here's what I loaded in here. Look at the shoulder now. It looks a lot more like those 280 Ackley Improves, huh? So, does it work? Yep. And we just changed the shape of that brass to look a lot more, or to look exactly like a 280 Ackley Improved. So does it work? Yeah, buddy, it works. It's looking like it might actually group pretty good depending on our based on our point of impact there. Let's see what happens. It's grouping better. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard of? The 280 Remington core locked is grouping in my 280 AI better than my 280 AI Nosler. Which, yeah, read into that whatever you want to. Yeah, that's a 1/2 inch group all day. 1/2 inch group all day. Oh man, y'all can say what you want about my videos, but you know what? On this show, we do real stuff and we speak the truth. That's a 1/2 inch group, Remington Core Lock 280, smoking my Nosler 280 Ackley improved ammo. Let's do another group. Another thing with this 307 in the 280 AI, it heats up quick and was throwing groups really bad after just one group. So let's do another group and see if that happens with this ammo. Let's do bottom left there on the same page. So that's still going to be inside of an inch group. Whereas with that Nosler stuff, the Nosler, after one group, the second group was 2 inches almost every single time. So maybe the different loadings, apparently the heat effect can vary on the loadings as well. Let's do 2 more groups. I'm not too terribly worried about letting this cool and all this, because really, I'm just forming this brass. So here goes 2 more groups. Let's go top left. Yeah, our point of impact is shifted now that we've heated it up apparently. It was a 1/2 inch low, now it's like 2 inches low. Yeah, so once this thing gets hot, it's starting to throw them. Now still close to an inch group though. All 3 of these groups have beat my average of those Noslers out of this rifle. That's 9. Let's just go ahead again and top right. Yeah, as we go, it's making them come lower and lower. That's interesting. Makes me wonder if the can's hanging off the end a little bit. And the can's not walking off. It's still on there tight. So when this one gets hot, it comes down for some reason. But again, I'm not terribly worried about the groups because I'm just after this brass. So here we go. So that's closer to an 1.5 inch group there after it's hot. Now, I got one more target on that thing, so I'm just going to send the rest of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8 more rounds out of this box that we're fire forming. I'm going to send them all into this last group. Yeah, so that's going to be right at a 2 inch group with 8. So there's all my sharp 40-degree shoulder brass that I'm going to use for my hand loads. But before we end the video, let me measure those groups with the calipers. Looks like I left them in my office, so I'm going to have to go get them. But yeah, you can fire form 280 Remington into 280 Ackley improved. Get that shoulder, and now I'm going to be able to hand load this Remington brass, yeah, into some 280 Ackley improved stuff. That being said, you can't do it the other way around. Don't do it. I've never tried it, but I would assume we could have some pressure issues. You don't want to try it the other way around, but 280 Remington and my 280 Ackley improved actually grouped fantastically. So I'm going to take some measurements of these as well, so I can know the jump and everything, because that might be the ticket to the success of these. These are also heavier at 150s where the nozzles were 140s. But let me go take some measurements with the calipers and we'll wrap this up. Okay, so just measured the groups with the calipers. Very first group, right out of the jump, cold barrel, 0.45 inch group right there. Then we did this one, got a 0.66 inch group. Almost the same point of impact right there. Then I said, I don't care about the heat, I'm just gonna start ripping them. I don't remember the order, but probably this way. 1.26, 1.56, and then down here I sent 8 downrange. I got a 1.75 with 8, which is better than some of my groups of 3 with that nozzler stuff. So 280 Remington, you can send it in a 280 Ackley improved fire format. To be quite honest, if I was just interested in, 200-yard deer hunting, I would just take that 280 Remington core locked and deer hunt with it. My phone's going off right now, apparently a bunch. But I got the dies. I'm going to hand load for it. I'm going to cook up some hunting loads and some long range loads for that 280 Ackley improved. But yeah, it likes Remington core lock 280 Remington better than that Nosler 280 Ackley improved. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll see y'all on the next one. Hooty-hoo!
Load it up and get it on as soon as you can. 30-06, 10 mil, 50 cal. It don't make a difference, man. We like to